What up, people? It's Wednesday. You know what that means. The Say It Out Loud Sports is back, and we are here. Bob is in the house.
I'm back.
As usual. And we got Stenson back. It's been a while. Yeah. What a weekend. Got UFC 258 to talk about. We're gonna dive into some college basketball because March Madness is right around the corner. We got some Vegas trip booked for that. So if you're out in Vegas for March Madness or you're planning, hit us up. We got a wiffle ball tournament and Valentine's Day.
What a
all
weekend.
This weekend. It was a good weekend.
It was a long weekend.
And not to mention, Riot's a staple of the show. Riot had his birthday this past weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did a sleepover. We did a pizza party.
I came to the party.
But let's talk about we're going to dive into this real quick. So we had the wiffle ball tournament. You know, we did okay. Our pitching was good. We couldn't hit anything. But the highlight of the weekend for me at the wiffle ball tournament was we stopped at the store at 8:30 in the morning. Bob's like, I need beer.
It's a wiffle ball tournament.
It's a kid's fundraiser, first of all.
Well, first of all, it's an adult wiffle ball tournament.
There. So he packs his backpack full of beer and offers the guy running the thing a beer right away.
Well,
straight out of the gates.
Thing. So this is my thing. He's either going to say no and don't get caught,
which he did,
or he's going to drink it, and now we're all good.
Yeah.
So right. I mean, it's a risk.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
He just says no, you can't have it, and so then I got to hide it, or he's like, give me one, and then we're all in the clear. We're good to go. We're smooth sailing from there.
Yeah. He was cool.
I mean?
Yeah. No, it was good. But the funny part was, so it started off slow, the first crack. And then everybody heard the crack, I think.
I think they heard it. They saw the Blue Mountains.
Yeah, then they start coming around.
Yeah.
And it increases over time. Like, hey, where's the beer guy? Now Bob's the beer guy by game 2.
Got people in my backpack. They don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
Once one guy's okay with it, then 2 people are okay with it.
Well, then he said
like 10 of us are like, okay.
Well, then he also said there's cups in the snack bar. Just pour it in the cup. So it was a good time.
Nice. Had a good time.
And then the other part, we're signing the waivers. This is another thing. This pertains to Valentine's Day. We're signing the waivers before the tournament starts, and Bob looks at me and looks around. He's like, "What's the date today? The 12th?" I'm like, "Bro, it's Valentine's Day. I'm sure your lady wasn't too happy."
Well, Valentine's Day is always
Sunday. At least you found out in the morning.
What?
It's always Sunday.
What do you?
Oh no,
it's
you
not.
Didn't. What do you mean?
Oh my god!
I always celebrate on Sunday or Saturday on the weekend.
It's on the 14th
every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same date, not the same day.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's phenomenal.
I've never missed one, dude.
Yeah.
So Christina's not listening.
Oh no, I took care of her.
Yeah, he found out early enough in the morning where he could throw something together. I mean, I didn't do much.
Played it off.
I ordered pizza. So I mean,
I didn't do that, but
it came with 2 flowers.
Oh, did
they
it?
showed up, and I'm like, "Look what I got you."
James is giving out flowers over there at Bob John's now?
Yeah, I got 2 flowers, so I was off the hook.
Nice.
But yeah, so the wiffle ball tournament, Riot's birthday. But all right, yeah, this show we'll talk a little UFC 258 first. We got the upcoming weekend between Blades and the Black Beast, Derek Lewis, and then we'll talk college ball.
Yeah.
So, Usman, is he already the greatest welterweight of all time?
Not yet, no.
No?
He hasn't got GSP yet.
Well, he broke his record.
He tied it.
No, he broke it. 17 straight. Broke it.
17 straight wins?
Yep.
I thought he's got 13 straight in the UFC.
Yeah, but he broke the consecutive welterweight.
Oh, okay. I think GSP spent his entire career in the UFC, though.
Yeah.
Usman didn't.
I feel like Usman's
13-0.
I feel like he's better than him, but he doesn't have the record quite
career.
yet.
He doesn't have the resume yet.
Yeah.
But look who he's beat. He's beat Colby, which was probably the best fight I've ever seen.
That was the best welterweight fight I've seen in probably
That's the best I've ever seen.
Colby, and people will trash Colby, but he's an absolute monster. He's a monster.
Fight, yeah.
Usman was 2-2 going in the 5th. He's about to lose that fight.
Yeah. I hadn't really seen him before that. And then after that fight, even though he lost, I was like, damn, that guy's nasty.
Yeah.
Right now, if the 2 best welterweights in the entire division are probably Colby and Usman, and Colby and Masvidal are real close at number 2.
I don't even think Burns is that bad, but Usman's that much.
Yeah.
Burns is that's crazy to me that you can go from 155 and move up in weight and still have that much power.
Yeah, he almost knocked him out in the first round.
Oh, I thought it was over. Every time he touched him in the first round, Usman was wobbling.
Yeah. But I mean,
give it to Usman gets stronger as the fight goes.
Give it to Usman to weather that storm, stay to the plan, and
not just come back and
it dominated the next.
He didn't need the 5 rounds. He came back and just destroyed him and
dominated the next 2
rounds.
rounds.
Really, yeah,
dominated.
Yeah, he almost finished him then. But yeah, so Colby obviously is a monster, and a lot of people don't like Colby, but his skills are obviously there.
You can't say he's not skilled.
Then you
can hate who he is, but his skills speak for itself.
Then you got he beat Damian Maia, which is the submission king. Everybody knows that. He beat him handily. Masvidal, he just ragdolled for 5 rounds. Masvidal didn't. He came out. It was 6 days notice. That's the excuse. I think that's going to be the next fight, which we'll see.
He called him out.
Then Burns, dominate. Woodley destroyed him for 5 rounds. We were at that fight. That was
Everybody's done that in the last 3 years.
And then he already beat Leon Edwards. That was Edwards' last loss. But, I mean, he's beat like 6 of the top 10. Like, I don't even know what's next for him.
There's only 2 fights next.
Stephen Thompson.
That's the one dude he hasn't fought.
Khamzat, even though he's
not there yet.
No, yeah, but I mean, he's got the
one dude he hasn't fought yet is Stephen Thompson.
I like Thompson.
He's a technical striker. That's a tough. That's a good matchup.
I feel like Usman would just get his hands on him. Do you remember when Conor McGregor wanted to move up and fight like Usman?
He would never say Usman, did he? He just
said he wanted
the 170. He wanted a shot at the 170 title,
and that's Usman.
That's a title.
He wanted the 3 division champ.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he'd get. I love Conor, but come on, that'd be wild.
I think the best matchup if he did go to 175 for title is Jorge.
Yeah,
not Colby or Usman. Those dudes are huge.
Right.
Yeah. The boring narrative. That's the common one for Usman. That's stupid.
I think there's only 2 fights for Usman. It's Colby or
boring.
Jorge.
Saying Usman's a boring fighter.
No, he's not.
No,
he's not.
This dude is
not
dominant.
GSP. GSP was boring, bro. GSP
like
laid
Khabib,
on everybody for 5 rounds.
Khabib's
boring.
Like if you watch the Usman Colby fight, that's not boring.
No,
even this
Usman
fight
stands up and fight. He stands up and strikes
when he knows that someone's close in a certain area. Like Colby, he knows he's not just gonna be able to take down and just destroy.
Colby's an All-American wrestler,
but he's also like he's not going to stand and trade with Masvidal. That's not smart. He's just the smartest. He's probably one of the smartest fighters.
I think with a full camp, he'll stand there and trade with Masvidal till he realizes it's not working for him. And then
you don't think it would work?
I think Masvidal's a way better striker, but
I think it worked to an extent. Usman's chin is like real good. Like Burns landed the shot.
At some point, Usman's going to have to realize he's going to have to wrestle with Masvidal.
Yeah, I think that's the way to win. That's the easiest way to win.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Khabib, Usman.
Oh, no.
That's what I want to watch.
Oh.
There's no way Khabib
I don't
would
want to
take
watch
that
it. The UFC.
No, he'll never.
There would be about 4 punches thrown in that fight. You know that, right? Usman and Khabib?
Murder him.
First, what's Khabib gonna do?
They're gonna wrestle.
Well, Usman is 100% takedown. He's never been taken down. Burns tried it twice, and Usman just stuffed him easily too. Didn't threw him back.
Khabib's a different animal, though.
I don't know. I think that's the fight. If Khabib
never
says
move up.
He's retired, he's not even in the UFC.
What's
anymore.
dumb is he wants people to do something great for him to come back. And
GSP
we got all
already
these people already doing this.
GSP was already shut down any Usman fight ever. He said
what's it, Chandler? Is it him?
Yeah,
I want to say him.
At 155?
That'd be a sick fight.
Khabib.
Him and Khabib.
Yeah, I was impressed.
That's tough. That's a good matchup.
Yeah, but Khabib, hopefully he's not. But
I think
what else
we're
is
gonna
next
get
for
Chandler.
Usman?
I think
We're not
we're
going to
gonna-
get Stephen Thompson and Usman.
There's only
right
2. That's one he hasn't fought yet. I mean,
It's going to be Masvidal.
I don't think Stephen Thompson's high enough in the rankings to get that fight, but
He's 5.
I guess. I mean,
I think he's 5.
he just beat 2.
It's either. I think it's going to be Masvidal because did you see the rumors about him being the coaches? Usman and Masvidal?
Masvidal's agent,
Camp, yeah.
Kawa, came out and was like, because they're looking for a welterweight Ultimate Fighter
Coaches.
and it was like, all right, Usman and Masvidal makes sense. Do the coaches, get to 8-week camp, and that's the fight to make.
It's either that or Colby too. Those are the only two
Colby,
fights,
that's the only
right?
2 fights I'm interested
I'd
in
watch
watching.
either of those.
Yeah, those are
Those are the only
ones.
2 I'm interested in seeing.
Right. What's next for Burns? I mean,
Reload, man.
reload. He's not going to drop too far down.
What is he was 2, right?
He was the number
one contender. I mean 2. So maybe Burns takes Thompson. Thompson takes that fight to get up to get the Usman shot.
Yeah, he's not going to drop too low, so he's got to get either like if Leon Edwards doesn't find a fight,
It's going to be Colby. I think Leon's going to fight. I think Colby's going to take that fight.
So then that's going to be Usman Masvidal as coaches.
Yeah,
and then you fight Colby and Masvidal.
Yeah, and then
Colby and Edwards.
Yeah, I would do that, and then Chimev probably somewhere
down the line
in time gets somebody in there, like maybe Wonderboy or something. I don't know.
Right, but yeah, Burns is still. It sucks seeing him, crying in the octagon. He worked hard. He won a bunch of fights. Solid dude.
Yeah, he came out.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted it. For
I
sure.
don't think he's a bad fighter. I think he's really good still.
Yeah,
I think Burns came out really hot in the first round. I think you had that like we used to be teammates. I used to get the best of you.
You almost called
first
it.
round.
You said second round. I bet it when you said that.
Okay. Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I thought he was going to get him.
And yeah, I was pumped. I was like, oh, here we go.
Then after the second, I was like, oh, everybody
for
knew it was
sure
coming in the third.
It was for sure finishing him in the third.
Yeah.
You could tell Burns never didn't recover.
I think he was like the moment was a little bit too big for him too. I think he was like
first time there
about it and
first title shot of all time.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, let's talk about the co-main. My biggest whiff of the day, Macy Barber.
God, I wish you would have fought the first round like she fought
was
the
coming
third
back
round.
in the third. I know.
Oh, she definitely won the third. She was throwing the hard strikes.
But she didn't fight like that in the first 2 rounds.
No, that's what the one thing when I made the bet, when I was kind of worried about, she was coming off the injury, maybe getting off to a slow start, kind of tentative.
I see, like, the energy came in the third round. Like, she was desperate.
She knew she lost the first 2 rounds.
I don't know. I think she fought that way in the third because she thought there was a chance she won one of the first 2. Like, the first round was close or the second round was close. I think she thought, like, if I can win the third, there's a chance I won 2 out of 3.
I think she was winning the second until the takedown, and then she almost got choked. She almost got submitted.
So, I mean, her coach is probably in her ear like, oh, you got to win the third round. You got to win the third round.
Man, I was getting so much hate online the next day.
I bet.
I was getting retweeted.
People
because I was like telling her all week. I wrote an article about that was my biggest bet of the week. Put a bunch of money on it, and then she lost, and everybody hates her. I didn't realize that how many people hated her because she's so cocky.
Oh,
she wanted to be the youngest champion in UFC history, and she kept comparing. I wouldn't say comparing herself, but saying she wanted to break John Jones's record.
Yeah, he was 19.
And she still had 330 days to do it coming into this fight.
Right.
So if she won,
she was in line.
She called out Calderwood already after she wins, and then she can get a title shot before
the year.
I mean, then she has to go beat,
over.
Then she has to go beat Shevchenko, which
good luck.
Good luck with that. But still, what's crazy. Dana White said it in his post fight conference. She's a baby. She's 22.
This isn't a setback that people are like thinking.
No,
this isn't a big step back for her.
It's not a Tyron Woodley year older, or
she's got another 15 years of fighting if she wants.
Yeah, and she has the power.
This is not a big step back for her.
And then the other reason, the dad, remember when she lost to Modafferi, I guess she grabbed the mic and was like, I only lost because I got hurt. She didn't give any credit and was kind of a
excuse. She's young.
Excuse, but 22 years old. Well, anybody at 22 is gonna do dumb shit.
She's got a long career ahead of her.
Yeah. So next fight, I'm already telling you, next fight I'm loading up on her again. She's going plus 170
like that.
Yeah. No, I think she learned her lesson about coming out flat.
Right.
So
especially in a 3-round fight, you got to come out and just go for it.
Yeah, if you lose 2, you're done.
Yeah,
unless you get the finish, and by the time it's a third, you have to.
And if you think you won one of the,
she almost got it even in the third. She was landing some good shots, and
she was landing the shots, and then when she knocked her down and got on top of her, I thought she was gonna submit her, but she got flipped over, and
so
she had her chance.
The other fight, there's a couple good fights.
The biggest surprise in the world to me was Fluffy Hernandez. Submitting as 8-time ADCC Jiu-Jitsu champion.
Oh, that one was good. Yeah.
It's 30-1 on submission.
Dude,
if you bet the submission.
So me and Sensei was talking about it during the fight. That fight, and then the very next fight,
the Cuban Missile
Crisis by submission was 30-1 too.
Was that the one?
And if you parlayed the two,
it
was like
$100 paid $100,000.
There's 1,000 of winners.
Well, that Vieira guy, no one's ever bet now. That guy had like 10
Fluffy
submissions.
Hernandez.
Yeah.
That Vieira guy?
Vieira guy's dirty on the ground. He was
nobody in the world thought he was ever getting submitted ever.
He was minus 200 to win by submission, which never happens.
Vieira's never been submitted in any jiu-jitsu tournament in his entire life.
I don't know how he was still standing. That dude was getting
That's the only reason he got submitted. He was rocked.
Yeah.
He couldn't stand for it.
Him tapping was giving up.
Those fights
were
back to back, and they were 30-1 by submission and 33-1.
Yeah,
they paid a little over $100,000 for $100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody in the world bet it.
$5 of those. Most of them won't let you parlay, though. Like, I bet a couple of different.
Oh, prop like that?
Yeah.
Parlay
you have to do Bovada or something.
Yeah, something weird, $5 or something.
But,
yeah, dude, $5 would have paid you $5,000.
Yeah. They're definitely entertaining fights. So I was
for
like,
2 fights?
Best value in all of sports.
Wild.
Yeah, so this weekend we got another card. Derek Lewis and Blades, the Black Beast. Blades is an animal.
Both coming.
This wrestling dude, he just destroys people on the ground. So he's the odds are crazy though. Blades is minus 400, Lewis is plus 300.
Let's see what Derek Lewis shows up though.
Well, that's the thing. Kind of. He's won 3 in a row. 2 of them are by decision. Which is surprising.
One he was losing
to Olenek, and then he
100%
knocked him into 20-30.
Yeah.
Which
that's Derek Lewis does that though.
That's his game plan. Remember against Volkov, he was
down
in the 5th round.
He was down 4 rounds against Volkov.
That was the main event, right?
Yeah. And he knocked Volkov out with like a minute left in the fight. He was
whatever.
down.
It was 10 seconds left, and that was the ball. My balls is hot fight.
Yeah.
This is on the Connor fight.
My balls is hot.
Joe Rogan said, "Why you take your pants off?" My balls were hot.
But yeah, Blades is averaging 6.63 takedowns per 15 minutes in fights.
I remember a couple times his wrestling.
He just takes him down.
He's coming off a loss, though, ain't he?
No, he's won 4 straight.
He dominated his last one.
His last loss was against Nagano in 2018. Yeah, Curtis Blades.
I thought he lost his first fight coming back after his daughter went missing.
No, that's Walt Harris.
Oh, that was Walt Harris.
Yeah,
You're right.
Blades hasn't lost since Nagano in 2018.
That was Walt Harris. My bad.
So, I mean, the odds, I'm not betting Blades because mine's 400.
Can't bet against Derek Lewis.
Because
you're about to cash your ticket in with 8 seconds left in the fight, and then it's over.
His power is crazy.
It's always fun having your money on somebody like Lewis.
Yeah,
because no matter how bad they're getting beat down,
you always have a chance.
Yeah. Even like you said, again, the Olenek fight, Olenek took him down, had some crazy submissions, and somehow he was just
Derek Lewis gets out.
Didn't
gets
tap,
to his feet,
and then the second round he just clubs him, and it's over. It's like, what happened? I was like, what is happening? So yeah, it should be a fun main event. I haven't seen the over under. The over under obviously is gonna be 1.5 or 2.5, but I don't know what the juice.
Heavyweight
is.
Fights, 1.5, 2.5.
I'd take the under.
Most of them stay way under. In heavyweight fights, the first guy to land
I guess
wins.
it just depends. Because, Blades is just going to try to take him down, but that's a large man to try to take down, too.
Yeah.
So, the other one, my boy's fighting. The boa constrictor.
Oh, gosh.
That guy's still around.
I'm fighting.
Alexi Olenek.
This is my favorite.
Alexi Olenek or
Alexi Olenek. Yeah. This is my favorite stat.
Like 800 fights or something.
Yeah, he's 59-14.
He has 48 submissions.
He has 8. So out of his 14 losses, he's been finished 8 times, knocked out 8 times. So he goes at you.
Yeah.
Like
he's either submitting you or he's getting knocked.
But he has 46 wins by submission.
Yeah, he submitted.
Didn't he just beat Derek Lewis?
No, he just got beat.
No, he just got knocked out.
Derek Lewis.
But he beat. Was it JDS? I think
before that.
And JDS was teeing off on him, and he wouldn't go down. And then he finally got to submission in the second round. He just goes at you. He runs out of gas.
Don't let him get his hands on you.
But he's fighting that Chris Dawkins dude. He's kind of a newcomer. He's only 2. He's 2-0 in the UFC. He's 10-3 overall. First round KOs in his last 3.
Heavyweight fights are that way, man. First one to touch somebody on the chin is out.
I don't know. I'm taking Olenek's a dog every fight. It's crazy to me. 2 fights ago, he was plus 400.
What is he this fight?
He's only 155, but it's early. I'm going to wait. I'm going to try to get him at plus 2 to 1. 2 to 1. 2 to 1. I'm taking Olenek. Submission.
Just gets the takedown. It's over.
But he's fun. And then the third fight I was going to mention was Philip Haas. That was one. This kind of sucks.
That's your guy, dude. You love this.
Well, that's why. That's why it kind of sucks because him and Macy Barber were like my two of my fighters to watch, and she just got wrecked. But Haas ain't coming off an injury. He has an 18-second knockout in his debut. Imavov is also 1-0 in the UFC, but he got a decision. Haas just looks powerful.
Yeah,
his highlights are wild.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
so I'm taking him. That fight's minus 115 on both sides.
Like him and Kevin Holland are the same fighter.
Yeah, they're both same contender series guys.
Yeah, they're both same style.
Holland's
a highlight reel though.
So is this guy, but
too.
Holland's
got some highlight
the loudmouth, right?
Yeah.
That's what Dana White.
That's what he wants. He said, if you're gonna talk like that, you better back it up.
Then you got. Did you look at the card? Who else you got? There's like Tom Aspinall's fighting Arvlosky.
So the prelims of the
prelims
card
are good.
Dude, they're better in the main card.
You got some veteran Eddie Wineland.
Eddie Wineland's on the main card.
He's most famous for getting KO'd by getting a walk-off KO'd against Sean O'Malley.
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley.
He did.
Oh. The guy with the stash.
He had one punch.
Oh, yeah.
He got O'Malley hit him with one straight right. It was over.
Yeah. He looks like a guy off Street Fighter for some reason.
The Violent Bob Ross is on the card.
Luis Pena. He's on it.
He's on there fighting Dakar Close. That's a good fight.
Shauna Dobson. She was the one that had the biggest upset last year, right? She was like plus 800.
Yeah, she's fighting that Casey O'Neill.
She's a
girl.
dog again too.
Yeah,
she's only like 160 though.
I'm not. She ain't pulling that off twice.
I'm not betting girl fights anymore.
No.
Except next time Macy Barber fights, I'm going to bet again.
He's doubling it down. He's doubling it down until she wins.
Are we doing the milk challenge this weekend?
Let's do it. I'll put some money up against you.
Okay.
There's no way you put
these guys don't think I can do a gallon of milk in an hour.
There's no way.
It's 10 years ago.
Impossible.
What is your?
It's not physically impossible.
Has anybody have you ever milk increased 10 years ago or something?
Yeah, I guess
yes, 100%.
Okay, wait. Have you ever met an individual that actually won the challenge?
Carl Williams.
As in the guy we went to high school with?
Yeah, Carl Williams did it.
He didn't throw up.
Nope. Full killed it. I think it was like.
He's not human.
Like 50 minutes.
He's not human.
No, he finished. Then I think he went and played one-on-one outside.
There's no way. There's no way. No.
I still remember that. That's yeah.
Pull out your old video camera. I want to see.
Dude, we didn't have cell phones back then.
No, your old video camera, dude. Remember the ones you carried around?
No, I lost that thing. I had some good videos.
That thing.
Camping videos, getting shot with paintball guns. But yeah,
how'd you lose it?
I don't know.
I'll go 50. I'll give you 50 if you can do it.
I got 25 of the 50. We'll go half
75. Wait, 50?
We'll give you 50, 25 apiece.
So I get 100. No, he's doing 50 by himself.
So you want 50 apiece?
I'm getting whatever I can. So we'll do $100. Here's this deal.
All right, me and Sins.
So I got 1 hour
to drink
a gallon of milk, and then I have to keep it down. We'll just say
I don't know. No, we're going to look up the rules.
No,
we're going to look up the rules.
Longer than that.
Longer
look
than
up the rules. What are the rules
Okay.
for the milk challenge?
I don't know. Look them up right now while we're talking about it.
I thought you just couldn't throw up.
I don't think
For
you're allowed
how
to throw
many
up
days? What is like
the
30
rest of your
days?
life.
Like,
No, it's
No,
not
the rest of your
reasonable.
life.
Not 30 minutes. You just
That's a
fight
long
it
time.
off for 30
I'm going
minutes. and
with
throw
the
up
rest of your
everywhere.
life. You're not allowed to throw up ever again.
That doesn't make sense.
Once you throw up, you lose.
It's maybe an
No,
hour.
I just
an
say
hour.
for that rest of that day. Like,
Because we're going to do it during the fight night,
yeah.
Saturday night.
You're
During
going
this
to ruin
card.
the fights for yourself.
I just
No,
say
I'm
that
fine.
night.
I'll
until
be
we
great.
leave.
Oh, a gallon of milk's like 4 big glasses. I'll put 2 down in 10 minutes.
A gallon of milk is like 30 glasses.
lot.
For me.
No, like the big, like a 20.
You're the only
I drink
one that
a half
drinks
a gallon in the
24
middle of the
guzzlers.
night.
You got to realize you're the only one that drinks 24 ounces of milk at a time. People don't even put that in their cereal.
Yeah. What does that have to do with anything?
What's in a gallon, though? 100,
He said there's only
120
four.
ounces?
He said 4
100
glasses in a gallon of milk.
It's like 128 ounces.
So
Is
5
that
big
right?
ones? 5 24 ounces?
That's a lot.
That sounds a lot. Sounds like a lot. I'll put it down, though. I'll tell you. So we'll do 1 hour. I have to get the gallon of milk down in 1 hour. And then I have to keep it down for the next hour.
Rules.
No, I just keep it down for that night.
Yeah, well, I don't want to start drinking.
That's 1 hour to drink.
I just
a
can't
US
drink. I got to
gallon
just
of
chill.
milk.
I mean, that's fine. Collect 100 for
Oh, if you start drinking, you're definitely wrong.
some Basil Hayden's. Just bleh.
Gallon of milk and a half a gallon of whiskey
Yeah,
back to
no.
back.
Then I'll drive home.
You have 1 hour after.
1 hour?
1 hour. Or the
what it says?
drinker must retain the contents for an additional hour.
Okay, so I get 1 hour to drink it. Got to keep
You
it
got
down
to
for an
finish
hour.
it in
And
the first hour, and then you got to keep it down for an
then
hour.
I get $100.
The moment it goes empty, you got 60 minutes on the clock.
Okay, deal. It's happening. Be a fun fight night.
Yeah.
All right, so
All
that's
right, I
happening.
got 50 if you
I got 50
hold it
on
down.
Got to hold it down. Okay, lock it in. All right, let's get to some college hoops. March Madness is coming. We already got,
almost here.
like I said, Vegas is calling our name. It's early. Things are going to change, but let's talk about it. Get the conversation started. We use the CBS projected bracket. Obviously, like I said, it's ever changing. Which number? So the number 1 seeds as of now is Michigan, Gonzaga, Baylor, and Ohio State. Which number 1 seed do you trust the least out of those 4?
To me, it's Baylor. I think they're the worst 1 seed. Wow. And it doesn't come down to like this season how they play it, because in the NCAA, you can both agree that the head coach is who wins. The best head coaches win the tournament every year. There's like 8 coaches that are always in the Final Four. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
They are
Tom
prone to
Izzo's
upset.
always get. It doesn't matter what seed Michigan State comes in at. They somehow get to the Final Four. Duke's the same way. It's all
Don't
the
even
same.
put Duke in this
I feel,
game.
like, you're just telling yourself that because Duke sucks this year.
Duke's
so you want to
getting
say,
in,
well,
bro.
we have Coach K.
Duke's getting in.
So
Duke's
we
going
have
to
a
sneak
chance.
in. Duke's going to
They
sneak
could.
in. Dude.
I want them to, just because my favorite time of the tournament, one of them, is betting against Duke
Yeah.
the first 2 rounds.
You guys love it.
Watching
I
the
do.
massive
I'm telling you
upsets.
right now. Yeah, Mercer and Lehigh.
Ruins my weekend every time.
When they lose?
Yeah, they lose the Lehigh. We had 4 more days with you animals. Are you kidding me, dude? I got to hear for
Screaming in
4
your-
more. I can't even
screaming
wear
in your
my
face.
Can't even wear my Seth Curry jersey anymore for the rest of the weekend.
Baylor is prone to upsets, but this team is so well, go ahead, finish your.
I just to me they're just
You just don't trust them.
I just don't trust Scott Drew and Baylor to do anything good. I think
Anything good.
Alabama's better than Baylor.
Look at them.
They're a 2 right now, right?
Yeah,
Bama.
Bama's better than
John
Baylor.
Petty.
Yeah.
What do you
All
think?
right, I'm going with. I got the team that you like. I think Ohio State is a little
Almost overrated?
Yeah. Well, as a 1. Well, just the team that I think will
Out of these 4,
is
yeah.
prone to not make it.
What 2 seed should
Quite as
replace
far.
Ohio State?
That's not a question. Well, if you can think of one.
I forget
Bama?
what all the 2s are. No, I don't think so.
Nova?
Ohio State's good, but if you're asking for one of the top 4 that I think could lose,
Allen,
so
Illinois?
yeah. So I was looking at like their best win is against Iowa, and Iowa's good. Like they have talent on offense, but they have no athleticism and they play 0 defense.
Right.
So it's like they've beat them and they've beat Wisconsin, who's kind of similar. You know, they haven't really faced like any athletic teams or
Yeah.
any teams that play like really solid defense. So I don't think they really played real good competition. The Big
Big Ten
Big
is-
Ten is deep, but I don't think there's any like great teams in there that they've played, and they haven't played Michigan yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see that game. That's coming up. And then their lack of size. They have their leading scorers at EJ Liddell. He's like their starting big guy. He's their biggest guy, and he's 6'7". So they don't have any starters over 6'7", and they only have 2 guys on the entire team over 6'7".
Right.
So I think the lack of size is going to hurt them.
All right. Mine's Gonzaga. Same year, same story. Every year, they're the number one seed.
They get to the Sweet 16 and get smoked.
And they're number one overall. They're number one in points per game. They're number one in field goal percentage.
They're always knocking on the doors of one seed.
They have
every year,
one of my favorite things is a true like superstar point guard, a really good college level point guard. This dude's top 5 draft pick, Jalen Suggs. But their level of competition is always a concern every year. They do have some good wins this year.
They always start 20-0.
Dude, Mark Few tries everything he can to schedule games. They had it scheduled against Baylor earlier this year. And
I don't knock Gonzaga for not being able to play because I think a lot of the Big 5 teams, like, they don't want to play Gonzaga.
Right.
Because it's a loss they can't afford to recover from. So I get why they can't. They probably do try and play big games.
I know
but a lot of those big teams aren't going to take them.
They beat West Virginia.
Those big teams
They've had
is too much of a risk.
They're supposed to play Baylor, but didn't get
and then Gonzaga gets to the tourney every year as like
and
a 1 or a 2.
And it's not like they ever lose first or second round.
They get to the Sweet 16 every
Florida
year.
Gulf Coast.
Yeah. No, they get to the Sweet 16 all the time. They beat big teams. Florida Gulf Coast got all the way to the Elite 8, right?
Yeah. That was the first weekend.
Was it?
That was the second round game.
Yeah.
But so I looked up, so they're 101st in free throw percentage, which in the tournament, that's big.
You got to make free throws.
And then they're 96th in the nation in three-point percentage, which I know the percentage isn't much. They don't really have to take a lot of threes right now. But if they play a high-level defense, imagine, Houston, Virginia, that level defense, because they're playing against teams like, in their conference, they're not top-level defenders.
Right.
No.
So once they get in deep a little bit, I feel like all 4 of these teams are good. So I'm looking at probably the round of 32 or Sweet 16.
Gonzaga plays.
I could see them all going to
Gonzaga plays a good head coach though.
Good coach.
A good head coach is going to have his team let them shoot threes.
I don't know if you want to.
I don't know. Kispert, they're good at they can shoot, but it's like
they got 4 NBA players on the team.
It's just tough. I just don't trust them just because of the past.
Yeah.
And I love
it's hard.
Ohio
Even
State.
even if you do have the talent and the drive to win it, you just get complacent playing like San Francisco.
And you got to have stuff go
together. You can't help not. You know what I mean? You just
that's also true because their other tough games were early because it's out of conference.
Every year that happens.
Skate through the whole thing and
that's
then have
hard.
to. Yeah, it's tough.
And
I'm not blaming them.
Mark Few is trying to schedule in mid-season games, go fly to
North Carolina.
Yeah,
to go play.
North Carolina to play, and
North Carolina's not
nobody
taking
will do
that.
it.
Yeah,
there's too much risk for North Carolina.
Yeah,
that's a game
well, they're good because they're already in the ACC. They don't need to boost their resume. They don't need.
No, but
they're
they don't want that loss,
so they don't want to play Gonzaga.
They don't want the loss.
So I'll go with Gonzaga. I think Baylor's tough. Their defense is crazy. Baylor, that Vital guy, wild. Michigan, I guess, would be another one. I mean,
I like
asked for one.
I think they're really good.
But it's tough because you don't want to hold the COVID stuff against them because they haven't played the full slate of games.
Right. They played 17, I think, right?
Yeah, they're all
17-0 or something.
They'll play Ohio State, I think, within the next week. So
Michigan's 14-1.
Gonzaga's 20-0.
Baylor's 17-0, and Ohio State's 17-4. So, all right, what out of those projections? What double-digit seed is dangerous?
Double-digit seed?
Yeah, did you look through the bracket?
It's going to be Duke. Duke's going to get in.
They'll definitely be a double-digit seed.
Yeah, we're going to be like
what would they put them at, though?
A 10.
It's only 10, 11, or 12, right? They're not going to be like a 14.
Yeah, 10.
10.
We'll say 10
or 11.
if they win that. So you're just assuming Duke's getting it.
They're going to win the ACC tournament. Let's do that. You know what I mean?
Did you see the thing about the opt-outs where some teams don't want to play in their tournaments and they're like, please play in the tournaments?
Yeah, they're not going to.
What, they're going to play in the conference tournaments?
Right. Yeah.
Oh, please don't. Let Duke in.
No, that's what they're saying. They're trying to discourage us.
Duke will play.
Yeah, because they have to.
They need to. But the teams that are already into March Madness have no incentive to play because
the teams that are going to get in no matter what.
If one person on the team tests positive,
you're out.
A week before the tournament, you can't go play in it. So they're like, why would we go to the conference tournament a week before?
Yeah, it does make sense. But so they're discouraging it.
I'm flying my team to Bankers Fieldhouse
but then
3 weeks before the tournament, and nobody's leaving the hotel.
Right.
But say Gonzaga plays in their tournament.
That's what they're saying. I don't
lose.
think they will.
They should win the tournament, which
but if they lose,
right.
No, if they lose,
they're going
but
to change
say
the
they
automatic
win,
bid.
then the automatic bids, they're getting an extra automatic bid, so that takes away the
taking
bubble
a team
teams
off.
They say they're going to change that. Like the committee will probably vote. There's no automatic bids.
Don't have automatic bids whatsoever.
Yeah, if one team in your conference decides to opt out, there's no automatic bid.
Okay.
Or else you're going to have like
so you could win you could win the tournament and still miss
St.
it's still
Mary's
not you could
San
win your
Francisco
ACC
team.
if
it'll
a team
boost
opts
their
out in the
resume.
ACC, you could win a team could win the ACC and still not get in.
Right.
Yeah, they can boost the resume, but they won't necessarily be locked in.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, Duke
Duke's
might have to
winning it
win
all.
that thing.
So you got.
We're going to need Duke to win.
So you're taking Duke? Is your double digit if they get in?
Yeah, they're winning it all.
Nice.
Let's go, baby.
All right, I got Oregon.
Oh, Pac-12, dude.
They're a 10,
Pac-12's
dude.
dangerous.
That's one of the reasons. Every year, everybody sleeps on the Pac-12, and then in the tourney for some
get like
reason,
3
they
or
just
4
win
teams
games.
out
They just
here,
grind
though.
out wins. So they're 12-4 overall, 7-3 in the Pac-12. And I like the teams in the major conferences that are like a higher seed because they've played against good competition. They have they're 5 starters. They have 3 seniors, 2 juniors. So they're all experienced, older guys. Senior point guard who's pretty solid, NBA prospect. And then they have size. And I like their coach too. So
Who's that dude? Duarte?
Duarte.
Yeah, I watched them the other night. He's a baller.
Yeah, he's nice. So as a 10, and right now, at least with the projections they have now, they'd play the 2 they would get is Bama, and I think they could beat Bama. So
Ole Miss just beat Bama.
yeah. So I got Oregon.
I went a little crazy.
They're 50-1 right now if you want to bet them to win.
Yeah, that's good. I went a little crazy. I went Loyola Chicago.
Nice.
So I've
been reading about them.
They busted they're 23rd in the nation, but that's not,
They're going to be 11?
They're 18-4. They were ranked 11th as bracket because their strength of schedule is not going to be.
No, they're not going to play anybody.
The highest they're going to be is 11.
They're not going to play anybody.
So I was reading 4 makings of a deep run. You have to be a lead on one end. They're the number 1 scoring defense. I know it kind of goes against. They're not playing.
Defense?
They're the best ranked scoring defense. They allow 55 points a game.
Okay.
They're not playing high level competition, but that goes. I mean, defense translates as long as you're not getting
team defense translates.
Yeah, you need a go-to bucket scorer, which Cam Krutwig has that big center. He reminds me of Karnowski from Gonzaga years ago. I watched him the other day playing Drake.
Massive.
They were playing Drake the other day. I know Drake's
Karnowski.
that fool gets the ball and he just does spin moves and just lays it in. Little lefty.
Did they beat Drake?
They beat him day 1. They beat him 81-54, and then they lost to him 51-50. They played back-to-back days.
Drake's one of the last 4 in.
Yeah,
right
and they're 24-1.
Yeah, they're one of the last 4 in. Well, I mean, it's 24-1. They played.
Yeah, they lost 2. So. Yeah, they lost their second game the other day. Yeah. But they're still 24-2. They might not get in. Who knows? They need experience. Krutwig and Williamson have Final Four experience.
Drake's one of the first 4 in, but they would be an 11 seed.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a. I don't. Because that doesn't translate to me. You're one of the last teams in, but you're not. But you're not the one of the worst.
Because you get the automatics from the smaller conferences. Fill up the 12 through 15.
And you have the 2 playing games at the 16.
That's rough to know that you're better than 20 of the teams in the tournament, but.
There's gonna be 5 teams that are 8-20, and they win the conference tournament and get in.
Right.
But that's
Princeton
that's honestly the best part. Is the conference, the small conference tournaments before, with the only way to get in is automatic bid. They'll still have those automatic bids for those.
Yeah, no one's opting out of those.
Dude.
Princeton and Harvard.
Yeah,
one of those 2 get in every year.
Yeah, and
there's 100 teams better than them that didn't get in the tournament.
Yeah, so experience. They got those. Krutwig's been in the Final Four 2 years ago, or 3 years, 2018.
Oh, he's still there.
Williamson, yeah, that's the center dude. They don't have a couple guys.
They were in Loyola, Chicago.
Yeah,
they made the Final Four
4 years ago.
And then they were leading Michigan in the Final Four game. I remember that at halftime.
Was it Mo Wagner on that team or somebody
on Michigan?
Yeah, I remember that game.
Then they got the coach with tourney experience. That guy's been there for a while. He was there during the run, so he's coached in the March Madness before. And then the last thing, obviously, they have Sister Jean.
I was just gonna say, is a little old lady there?
Jean.
She's 101
She's
years
still
old.
there?
She was just on game because she was on College Game Day this weekend.
Yeah,
before the Drake game.
I bet she's in Indy.
101 years old.
Is she coming out to Indy?
Oh yeah.
Bring her in the bubble.
Sister, that's a lock, dude.
Sister Jean's getting in the bubble.
Yeah, she's
probably the safest place on the planet for her.
So that's my it's kind of my double digit.
I mean?
Just pounding beers.
Safest place on the planet is at March Madness.
In the bubble for the team. It's probably the safest place in the world for her.
Yeah, I mean, or your house.
So it's like Loyola's got home game the whole way.
True.
Sister Jean's out there cheering them on.
Lockdown defense.
With her scarf on.
So that's my sleeper
gold-plated
right now.
wheelchair.
Nice.
So
hopefully they get in. So all right, we got 3 players to watch or 2. I don't know how many.
I got.
What do you got?
What do
you got? Do one.
My first one was that MJ Walker from Florida State.
Yeah,
he's good.
Florida State's one of my sleepers.
Are they?
Yeah. Well, I guess they're not. They're a 4 seed.
He's good, dude. He's really good. I like him. That's my first player to watch. I think FSU can make a deep run.
They were waxing,
and he'll lead them the whole way. He's the best player on that team.
They're playing we're recording this Monday. They were waxing Virginia earlier by 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, MJ Walker's he's good.
They're legit.
He's an NBA player.
My first one?
Yeah.
I got that Ayo Dosunmu.
I knew it, so I told you that.
Yeah, he said that earlier. He said that's his first guy.
I like him. He's not like a high. My other two guys are like NBA prospects. Like
this dude, the Sumu guy. I was just looking earlier. He's
a
like
lottery
top 20 NBA prospect now.
Okay, I saw him on there, but he's not like as high as my other two.
Yeah,
NBA wise. But I like him, and he's always like he's clutch. He's always wanting to take the last shot, and he's like athletic, exciting to watch, and the backcourt with the other guard Trent Frazier.
Yeah,
with him is nasty, and then
Cockburn
down low. So
whoa,
I like him. He's fun to watch.
We'll get that checked out.
Cockburn.
Cockburn down low.
All right, my first guy is Dwayne Washington. We saw him play in high school, hitting buzzer beaters in front of our face.
Sierra Canyon.
He's 11th most 3-point. He's made the 11th, tied for 11th in most 3-pointers made, and he's that take over the game
nice.
guard.
Yeah,
like I've seen watch games,
basketball IQ,
crunch time.
Yeah,
he's taking over games, and he's not afraid at the big moment.
The high school game where at he hit the game tying shot and the game winner.
Yeah, Ohio State. I like Ohio State. You made some good points about being undersized, but I think the guard play is big. They got
guard play works in college.
CJ Walker.
Guard play
was out
works
for,
in college.
He was missing. Yeah, he was missing for a while, and he's back to go compliment Washington
days.
and then EJ Liddell. So, but Dan Washington's a fun watch. He's going to take over games, take big shots, and that's my guy.
That's cool. Yeah, and he wasn't like a high prospect when we watched him. He was like in the top 100, but he wasn't like anybody thought he was going to be this good.
Yeah. So I can't wait to watch him in the tournament. Nice. Who you got, Bob?
My next one is Petty Jr.
Bama.
Bama, baby.
Likes Bama.
That dude. They're a 2 seed. I think they should be a 1 seed over Baylor.
Yeah.
He's fun good. To watch.
Dude, and they got Shackelford
guard.
Played here at Burroughs.
I bet on them early in the season, and they got waxed by Stanford when Zaire Williams.
That's the one game.
It was the only game, and I kind of just stopped watching them, and then I looked at
Bama.
That's another guy to watch.
Well, they lost to Ole Miss the other day too, but
they probably won't get in. That feels nasty though.
Yeah,
but Petty. Yeah, that
Petty's
game.
sick.
I think Petty and Shackelford were like 2 for whatever.
Yeah, those
they didn't make anything.
Petty's sick. He's good.
So I wrote him off, and then I saw him at 2. I was like,
watch him in the tourney.
Dude, and I forget the name of their like defensive stopper, their big guy, but he's like in the running for defensive player of the year. So they do have a legit team. But
all right, who's your second guy?
We already talked about him a little. I got Jalen Suggs. I love his game, dude. Of everybody I've watched, he's my favorite this year.
Is he the most NBA ready player?
He's going 4 or 5.
I would take him
2.
I would take him 2, maybe even 1. But my other guy I have is who I think should be 1, but I would take Suggs probably at 2 right now. If you just watch him,
NBA ready players, he's there,
dude, and his just understanding of the game as a point guard is so legit, and he can do he can shoot, he can drive it, he can pass. His defense,
I watched him on D.
He had scholarships to play cornerback at Ohio State. He was like he was one of the top cornerbacks in the country for football.
Cornerback in football, you're the most athletic people out of all sports.
Yeah, if you watch him on the court, you can tell he played football. Like
you're so athletic to play that position anywhere.
He's not one of the football guys that foul every time.
No,
like you play pickleball, just tackle you.
These guys they beat you to every spot.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
He's nice.
To me, he's the best. He's the most NBA ready player. He's a dude that.
So is this your third guy to watch, or you
it's
just
not? I like Suggs, but I'm going to explain it. There's guys that play in college basketball that go to the NBA and as a rookie average more points per game, more rebounds per game, more assists per game, and than they ever did in college. And it's because they're so NBA ready that their teammates hold them back in college. They can't.
Right. And then there's other guys. Good. Other guys have to develop.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Ben Simmons at LSU.
Right.
Everybody knew he was going to be a top 3 pick in the NBA. He didn't do anything in LSU. Honestly, like he didn't have huge numbers everywhere. He averaged like 12, 8, and 8. Yeah. And he goes to the NBA, and it's absolute ceiling from there.
Yeah.
There's guys that are NBA ready, and their teammates aren't, and their teammates hold them back. Suggs is one of those guys.
Yeah.
He'll average more points, more rebounds, more assists next year in the NBA than he does this year.
And at point guard, I could see him like every year there's like a point guard or two that kind of takes over the tournament. Yeah. I could see that being him for sure.
Right. Cole Anthony type guy.
My number,
Kemba Walker.
That's my guy, dude.
Kemba and boat ride, dude.
My second
wildest UConn run.
Evan Mobley.
Oh, okay.
So little 7-foot freshman center. He's 4th in the nation in blocks and 14th in double doubles. But USC, they don't get a lot of press because they're on the West Coast, so nobody watches them a lot. But they got a good squad,
and they usually do pretty good in
Pac-12.
the tournament.
Like you said, Pac-12 always makes a deep run. But if you have a rim protector like that, I know the game is usually like 3-pointers.
Right.
But if you have the rim protector to say they get a team that can't really shoot a lot of good threes and they rely on big guys, that guy's, he's a stopper. Mm-hmm. I think he could be a difference maker in the first, especially in the first two games.
Yeah.
Because they'll be, maybe a 5.
Yeah, I saw they had him
9.
at 2, I think, in the draft. Right
yeah,
now.
I saw him at 2. So he's definitely an NBA prospect, and he's got the length to disrupt some shots. So give me him at my second guy to watch. All right, Bob, who you got at 3?
Luka Garza.
Yeah, of course.
This man out of Iowa, baby.
God,
he can do it all. He can score from outside, score from inside, plays good defense. The dude can do it all.
No, I'm joking.
He can do it all.
He was a preseason All-American.
He has the perfect college game.
He's a top 5 to win player of the year. He's winning.
He's winning.
You think he's going to win it all?
Yeah, it's get done.
You think it's done deal?
It's done.
He's going to win it?
Yeah.
What is his
player
NBA
His player efficiency rating is like the second highest in the history of college basketball.
He's a monster.
He's averaging like 24.5 points.
I swear, every time I look his stats up for a game he played, he's like 5 of 7 from 3, 6 of 7 from 3.
Yeah.
And then he's like 12 of 18 in the game.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this fool's unstoppable.
Yeah, then in the NBA he's going to get cut. But in college, he has the perfect game.
Is he a Frank Kaminsky type player? Because Frank Kaminsky's still in the league.
I don't think so. I don't know.
We'll man.
He'll get drafted, but it's crazy how you can be like clearly
the best player in college,
and then not even make the NBA.
You can't. Your game doesn't translate.
Right. He's a beast. He's a.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's guys that get held back in college because their teammates aren't good enough for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just a different game. I'm not sure that his translates.
I don't know if it translates over.
Is he going to go up against Embiid?
No.
All right,
but he drag Embiid out of the paint. Drop dime.
Oh, stop! I got.
He's Mark Gasol 2.0.
I was going to say he's like the next Pau Gasol.
Yeah, smaller and slower. I got Cade Cunningham. He's kind of like the clear one. He's like consensus number one overall pick. I was saying I might take Suggs even over him, but he'd probably be my number one pick.
I don't think you go wrong.
Dude, if you've watched him play, you can just see like his feel for the game is so good.
Smooth.
So yeah, he doesn't force anything. He takes his time. He kind of reminds me of Lucas somewhat, and he's 6'8". He can shoot it, pass it. He's kind of like a pass first. He's like a point forward.
He can handle
the ball. And he's already hit some big clutch shots this year. So they have Oklahoma State as a 7 seed right now. So
he could lead them.
He could. Yeah.
The thing with Cade Cunningham is no matter what the seeds are, when they get on the floor, he's the best player on the floor.
Right, and in the tournament, when you have the best player, you have a chance. So they could go deep. So I want to see what he does for sure.
There won't be a game where he's not the best player on the floor.
I got one more guy. This one's kind of a crazy one, just because I didn't want to do like the obvious guys. Yeah. If Minnesota even gets in, I think they're in the play-in game right now. That Marcus Carr guy, he's a guard.
Heard of him.
He's a baller. This fool. So Minnesota, I think. Yeah, they just lost to Maryland, your squad, which is a big win for Maryland, which we can talk about them for a minute.
Dude, I don't
want
know.
to.
No, I just
Marcus Carr.
I don't think they are.
He hits big shots after big shots after big shots. They have the big guy down low, but he's the creator for that whole team, and I think they're 13-8 right now. But we'll see. He's fun to watch, that's for sure. He's not afraid. I like the guys that aren't afraid to take the shots, and he loves taking the shots. He'll shoot it.
Yeah, they're just ready for the moment doesn't bother them.
So if he's playing in the first round, even if hopefully it's a playing game, I'd love to watch that in the playing game.
Nice, huh?
He's a good
deserves our first bet for the weekend right there.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, Maryland. We'll talk. You talked a little about Duke. I don't have a team I follow. I'm a Duke hater.
Changes year to
you're
year.
a Marquette guy, though.
I always root for some.
Kind of a Marquette
weird,
guy.
though?
Don't tell me you're not.
You're kind of like the coaches. Like, you like them because of Buzz.
I like them because of Buzz Williams.
Wow,
the players too. Jay Crowder.
You love Johnson Odom.
Right.
You love Darius Johnson Odom.
Once Buzz left, I was like,
yeah.
Last year, I can't remember. We didn't have a tournament.
No, we were.
Nevada. I love Nevada when they had the Martin twins.
Team.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what was the coach's name? Ripping his shirt off in the locker room? Musselman.
Yeah.
Musselman.
They had him, and then I always hate Duke. The only year I liked Duke is when they had Tatum, because I really liked Jason Tatum when he was there. And didn't they have Bagley the same year, or was that the year before?
No, it was Tatum and
who was that guy?
Oh my Lord, I can't remember. And then right after that was Zion and
and then Maryland. I like when they had Trimble.
Yeah, Melo Trimble.
Even now, they have cool players.
Dude, when Melo was there, remember the big center they had? Maryland? Who was the
Diamond Stone?
That dude.
Freaking idiot.
What happened to that guy?
Left early. Same dude.
Layman.
They've
had a good
bunch
bunch
of guys. They have some weird, like Alex Len. He's still in the NBA.
Diamond
Stone. He's starting for the Wizards.
That's what I mean. But they all leave.
Yeah, how's Alex Len still in the NBA? Frank Kaminsky's still in the league, too.
He's actually doing pretty
He's
good.
balling right now for Phoenix.
Dude, but Maryland's lineup is sick.
Jalen Smith this year.
Alex
Yeah,
Lynn.
they don't
defense-
have any stars, but all 5 are solid.
That's the
I
weird
guess
thing. I was, when I
you're
watch them,
centers in the NBA, you don't have to really be that good.
You just have to be big.
You just got to rebound because nobody's going to you the post to score.
Yeah, and if you can shoot,
Oh,
if you
and
can
what's
shoot
his
your
other guy?
stretch 5,
You're
yeah.
set.
Bruno Fernando. Was an
Fernando
animal.
left early.
Left
They all
early.
leave. Kevin Herter is
Diamond
starting
Stone.
for the
Diamond Stone
Hawks. They have
left too
sick
early.
players in the NBA, but they all leave early. And
Yeah.
Diamond
So I
Stone
watched
in the
him-
NBA?
Stone, no, I think he's in the G League, right? Stone?
Is he?
yeah, he left us for.
Oh, I remember he
freshman
left
year.
early.
He's
Yeah,
playing
he was on the
overseas somewhere.
Clippers, and then he
Yeah.
got sent to the G League. I think he's still floating around the league, but
But yeah, this year
I don't think they're going to get in.
they're the first team out right now.
Yeah.
Updated today. This is
They're
today's
first
the
team
15th.
out.
Dude, but you know
first
what's
team out
crazy?
because they beat Minnesota.
You got a better
Like,
chance than I
Smashed
got.
them.
Yeah. Talent. I think sometimes being in a big conference helps, but in their case, if you're like bottom of the pack, it hurts because their talent is there. They just lost so many close games
Yeah.
to those teams. Like if you're below 500 in your league, it's hard to get in. But they played Ohio State last week.
Yeah. They lost by 8 to Ohio
Okay,
State.
so Ohio State is a 1 seed, right?
Yeah.
The game was at Ohio State
No, it was a home game.
for Maryland.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was
Yeah.
Maryland was-
What would you guess the spread would have been?
Ohio State minus 12.
Yeah, you would
It was
think
3.
at home.
Why?
I'm like, how does a team not get in when they're only a 3-point dog against a 1 seed?
Is Maryland that good at home?
No.
They at home? Well, historically,
Well,
they
I mean,
won like
against the 1 seed, though. I'm
though.
saying, like
the 1 seed in the tournament.
That's what I'm saying.
that's what I mean though about being in
Maryland's-
a major conference. It's
Right.
crazy that
Maryland
they'd be
at home
out.
is-
That they'd be out of the tournament when they're only a 3-point dog against a 1 seed.
So it's crazy. I mean, you look at their whole schedule. You go back. They lost. So they beat Wisconsin at Wisconsin, which they were 6 at the time.
Yeah.
Now they're 20. I think Wisconsin's 21 overall. They beat them by 6. They lost to Michigan by 11. Lost to Iowa. They beat Illinois by 3, which now they're 5th in the nation.
Yeah,
So they have wins over Illinois.
Right.
They lost to Michigan again. They beat Minnesota twice, which Minnesota was ranked 17th the first. They're the
Yeah.
11th seed now, so they beat them both times.
Yeah.
They lost to Ohio State by 8. They beat Purdue, which is ranked 24th. They beat Purdue once. And they don't really – so they really need to win out.
But that's
So
what I mean. Like even their
They're
losses
close.
to a 1, like Ohio State, you lose
The
by
eye
8.
test.
That's not
Yeah.
even. Yeah. There should
If
be
you
more
play-
about
if
the
you
eye
play
test.
the 1 seed and lose by 8, you should get in the tournament.
That's what I mean, and they should do more about the eye test.
I think they will get in because they do have – so they play Nebraska twice, which Nebraska's not good.
They're terrible, yeah.
They get Rutgers. That's the one team. They were ranked for a
Rutgers
little
is a
bit.
3 or something?
No,
Rutgers is
they're not even
crazy.
ranked right now.
Oh.
They were down
They
to
were
like
up.
8 overall.
Yeah.
And then they lost like 6.
So they get at Rutgers,
Yeah.
and then they get they play Michigan State, Northwestern, and Penn State.
Those are
their-
all winnable.
Those are all winnable.
Is this tournament the most spread out anybody
Yeah.
can win tournament of all time?
Probably.
Outside of like Gonzaga and Baylor,
I'm saying like there's
It's
not
like,
like
who
every
knows?
other year we go in knowing like one of 10 teams is going to win.
yeah, there's like
This year is going to be like one of 30.
Yeah.
Last year would've
There's a
been
bet
sick.
going around right now. It's pretty much even money. You can take Baylor and the Zags
Yeah.
Or the field.
Yeah.
I would take the field, dude. I think there's
I would take the field.
go
on that.
field.
every other year it's like there's 10 teams. We know one of those 10 is winning it.
Right.
There's 30 this year.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
It's going to be
and
wild.
with like all the COVID,
This might-
no
dude, this
fans,
might-
I feel
Yeah,
like
you
that
have no
helps the
idea.
underdogs.
Yeah, you can
I don't know
find,
why, but yeah.
This might be the toughest tournament to win.
Yeah.
Of all time.
You're just saying that because LeBron said it was the toughest NBA title to win.
Trying to justify.
Who's going to win
his
it again this
championship.
year?
No.
They're going to win it again this year.
We'll
What do you
we'll
mean,
get
dude?
those predictions a couple weeks for
Can't
All-Star
wait for
Weekend.
playoff P to show up in L.A.
All right, so we talked
Go
about the
2 for
players.
47.
We got the double-digit seed. We'll also have another show right before, obviously, the
March
week
Madness.
of March Madness.
Right before we take off?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get
Everything's
a
booked
some
already?
recruit.
Let's go, dude.
Vegas.
Find us
so,
at Monte Cristo.
so Vegas Insider. Let's talk about some of those value bets. Give me a team. We got 2 teams
I got
each,
2.
I think.
I got
What's
2.
one of the value? And value bets can be. I guess it could be anything.
My first
What's
one
your
is Kansas at 35-1. I think Bill Self is a guy that can get you to the Final Four. Because to me, college basketball, your head coach has the most influence on your success. It's not like the NFL. It's not like the NBA. It's not like any other sports. All the best head coaches always somehow get to the Final Four. Bill Self's one of those guys. I think Kansas has a chance to run deep. They're a team at 35-1.
35, yeah, that's pretty good.
That's worth betting to me.
Yeah, they opened the season top 10.
Exactly.
They might have been even higher. I don't even.
They were
And when the tournament starts,
preseason,
Bill Self
No,
will have those
during
guys.
the season.
Bill Self will have those guys lined up. He'll have game plans. They'll be good.
That's solid.
Bill Self will
like
get
that.
you to the Final Four.
yeah, they've been struggling lately. They opened up at versus Gonzaga. First game of the season was 102-90.
Yeah.
The first game, and then it reeled off. It looks like about 9 in a row.
Kansas
beat West
is a team.
Virginia, beat Texas Tech, beat Creighton, beat Kentucky. Which I mean,
Kentucky's
they
not
kinda
that
fell off.
good, but
They lost to Texas bad, but they've lost some big games lately.
Texas is a good basketball.
But yeah,
team.
Kansas.
That's
those
not a
odds?
bad bet. 35.
They have the size, athleticism, and defense. They
And the
just
head
get,
coach.
on offense. They just
They
have streaks where they don't score it for a
Yeah.
while. But
They still have
that's a
Garrett,
good-
right?
Yeah, he's like in the running for defensive player of the
Yeah.
year, and then they have the what's a
McCormick.
big McCormick, yeah, 7-footer, and Brown the shooter. That's a good bet.
I like 35-1. It's not a bad bet.
All right, what do you got?
All right, I got one of the reasons. Well, I was going to put the reason I picked this team because they have a guy I was going to put him in my players to watch, but I figured I'd talk about him in the bet section. So Marcus Zagorowski on Creighton.
Who? I was about
Creighton?
to freak out. I was like, I've
Yeah.
never heard of
No,
that.
he's an
Creighton?
animal. Yeah, shooting guard. Well, point guard, but he kind of plays as a shooting guard. Just lights it up. Casts from everywhere. He's like a poor man's Jimmer.
Jimmer.
Yeah,
The white guy?
God, I miss
Yeah.
Jimmer.
Just
Mark-
cast?
yeah. he's white.
Okay.
God, I miss Jimmer in the
And the
tournament.
whole team just casts threes. He's like the best shooter of the team. But if they get hot, they can.
Oh,
beat
the lights
anybody.
out.
So,
They get up. They go up 20 instantly.
yeah, they're 12-4 in the Big East, and then they have their whole starting lineup is seniors and juniors, and then this guy like Kemba type can take over a tournament. He's not on Kemba's level, but he can take over a tournament.
I don't think.
So they're 22-1, and they're a 7 seed right now with Creighton. So I got Creighton.
I don't think I've ever seen another player like Kimba in college basketball.
Dude, Zagorowski. Yeah, watch
So watch
Zagorowski. Watch him take over.
I'll watch, but I've never seen a dude like Kimba.
That's-
Kimba was
Just I'm
different.
saying that type where
Yeah.
they can win the
just
game
take over games.
themselves.
Just shut the whole game down. Play
This fool
one-on-one.
Kemba, I swear, won like 10 in a row.
Oh
Yeah,
my
like
lord!
this
When he made
late
Stephen McGee from Pitt fall down on the game winner,
That was early.
The conference
that was
tournament.
that's what started the cardiac Kimba.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
you know
my
what started
Lord.
for us. The best
Yeah.
game we've
Oh,
ever
my
seen was
Lord.
Syracuse UConn.
Oh,
7
my
overtimes.
God.
We
We
watched
watched
it in
it.
9 different locations.
Me and Pat were traveling
Kemba
around.
versus,
here.
was it Devendorf? Kemba versus
Devendorf.
Devendorf,
Yeah.
the
There's
John, the little white dude, John,
Was Routins on the team?
Andy Rounds.
Andy Rounds on that team. And then the little point guard, I can't remember his
Johnny
name.
Flynn.
Johnny Flynn.
Oh, Flynn. Yeah.
And he had
Johnny
Joe's Wild.
Flynn. Dude, that team was
Dude, that guy was
that
like a third
six-
pick in the NBA draft. Just
No, he was
flying
8.
Okafor?
He was 8.
Was Okafor on UConn?
Dude, you guys remember
out. I
that
don't know.
draft?
I thought he was before.
You guys
that.
remember that draft? The Timberwolves? They took Johnny Flynn and then
Ty
another
Lawson.
point. And
Ty Law, or
back
Ty-
to back
yeah,
at 8
Ty
and 7 and 8.
Yeah.
They took 2 point guards back to back. Like
Both
four,
of them were out of the league 4 days later.
4 picks later was Steph Curry.
All right, my first team.
Imagine having,
And, yeah, that was when
having all those point guards.
Dude, they
raked
took
ahead of-
Rubio the year before.
Oh my
That's
lord!
right.
That's right.
And
They took
drafted
3
Flynn
straight in
and
the
then
first
Ty
round.
Lawson.
3
Yeah.
straight point guards in the first round.
Hey, Rubio's still playing.
That's why
right?
Minnesota is where they are. Right
Hey, Rubio took one of the greatest photos I've ever seen. This fool's laying on the luggage carousel at the airport watching the playoff game,
Oh yeah,
ready for the next day. Goes out and puts up 30.
he's still doing all right.
Rubio's a monster, man.
Who you got? I know it's. I feel like it's something off the wall right here.
No, I got
No?
Wisconsin.
Oh,
I hate Wisconsin. I've never, since the Toby Keith bar when we were like,
You'll never make that bet, but it's a good value.
I'm not betting Wisconsin, just to be clear. I mean,
He likes he likes the value, but he can never bring himself to
You're
do it.
never going to get into it, though.
No, I bet Kemba that one year 75-1.
No.
But this one's not that good.
We
I'll
talked
take
about your ticket every day for a year.
every day, just like your Grand Slam. You brought up a Grand Slam. I'm going to bring
I
up.
did hit a grand slam in the
glory
wiffle
days.
ball tournament, by the way.
All right, Wisconsin. I mean, they're always there. I feel
And-
like, and I can't stand it. They hit game winners all the damn time. They got the Trice,
Was it-
Davidson.
was it
That's the
Roosevers.
type of damn team
Wall.
that wins in a tournament too. The
They'll win
boring ones that you
55,
don't,
52.
yeah,
Hit game winners.
Someone who
like they don't beat themselves.
yeah, they're not going to make mistakes.
Somehow they're shooting
What's
2 free
their-
throws
what are
with
their
8
odds?
seconds left in the
they're
game.
20-1.
Nice.
But I feel like they can get in, and
Nobody
just
else
do
is
some
gonna
work.
bet on 'em.
No one's
Like,
going to
yeah.
take them except those guys, the annoying guys in Vegas who are like, on Wisconsin.
Oh, my God.
They
I
just
can't stand
chant it.
those people.
That's only people from Wisconsin. Though. They're the only ones that.
I feel like
that
My
way
favorite,
too many
my
people.
favorite part of our March Madness weekends is when
There's
we all
nothing to
get
do
a
in
good
Wisconsin, so
buzz
they all
going,
fly to Vegas
and
for
we're
it.
all walking the strip, and we were just ragging on people in jerseys of teams that were just like, you guys.
The
suck.
the best one ever was the Kentucky game, Kentucky and Indiana, and we got the booth up
because
in
we had
the,
a bunch of money on Indiana.
we
yeah.
bet
Oh,
up
up top?
Indiana, and there was a whole cat section. And let's
cats?
go Cats!
yeah.
Oh,
And
no.
we just yelled at them for 2.5 hours straight.
While Yogi Ferrell and Thomas Bryant
Yeah,
just went
destroyed 'em.
bananas.
Yeah, I can't wait.
They're like
Yogi
a- they're like
Ferrell
a
went
tw-
nuts.
They're like
12-5 or something like that.
yeah.
I wish Yogi Ferrell's still in the league.
All right, so I think Wisconsin's
money
not a
line
bad bet.
special.
Who's your next one, Bob?
Duke at 80-1.
I knew that was coming.
Get in there, baby. Chef
now. You better do it now because if they get in, they'll be 40.
No, I'm going to get him now.
Bet it now.
Bet it now. We'll post a ticket.
All right.
Fire in.
Well,
They got the
we're
talent.
gonna bet it online.
That Jalen Johnson guy is going to be.
He's the best player on the
legit.
team, but for some reason we go through Matt Hurt, and it drives me crazy.
They just don't have a big.
That's
They
the
get
problem.
Killed down low. So.
We get killed.
What is Wendell Moore not? I bet him the other day, by the way.
He's not
NC
good.
State. They won by like
Wendell
20.
Moore? No.
Yeah, it was not
It
good.
was Saturday.
Yeah.
Wendell Moore's not good.
No, he's not good. Goldwire isn't.
You get off Goldwire, dude.
He's not playing up to par.
This is like the Chris Paulus. Remember how bad you love Chris Paulus? This isn't Greg Paulus.
Don't disrespect Greg Paulus.
Greg Paulus
ever
and
in
Chris
your
Paul
life.
had a baby. Is Chris Paulus?
Yeah, that kid's instantly Naismith Player of the Year and NBA MVP as a rookie. So let's calm down. He's ripping
God,
Greg
I forgot about
Paulus,
his
dude.
love for.
He loved
for
that guy.
Greg
Greg Paulus
Paulus
dropped 30 on North Carolina, bro.
Then
Dude, he was a born winner. I'll give you that.
No, and then he went. Is he a quarterback coach now?
He played 4 years at Duke. And then said, you know
2
what?
years at Syracuse?
When I was in high school, I was the number 1 quarterback in the nation. I didn't play football. So I'll go to Syracuse and play quarterback.
I know for some. I
Fifth
hate
year
all,
senior.
Dude, it's so funny because I
Goes over
hate
there.
all those guys that like the little guys like that.
Oh,
with no athletic,
loved
little
him.
white guys.
Oh,
with
monster.
no athletic, I hate them all. I don't know why. Like Aaron
It's
Kraft.
true. Yeah. Nope.
Pritchard.
Full head to
Devendorf?
Rosie. Aaron
Pritchard?
Kraft's cheeks were rosy all day. It was crazy.
Devendorf?
He was not. He was
Rodney
not that
Clark?
That fool was gangster.
Rodney Clark was a monster.
No, he just casted though.
Buckets.
I think it was Kraft. I think honestly why
Kraft ruined it.
The Kraft-
Pritchard,
Kraft
I
ruined it?
hated Pritchard. I
John
bet against all these
Shire?
guys, and then they win everything.
I said
John Shire?
God, I hated John Shire.
Full did calculus
Greg
for
Paulus
fun.
was an absolute.
Kyle Singler,
Greg Paulus should have won Athlete of the Year
Duke's so
at
good.
the ESPYs.
the little point guard. You know what I'm saying though? The 5'10".
No,
that you're
Aaron
like because you
Kraft.
bet against them because
Yeah.
you're like they're not going to win.
Yeah.
and then they win.
And Aaron Kraft goes for 30.
Aaron Kraft, I think, made me so mad because of the rosy cheeks.
Who's the?
I swear that
dude, you
made
know
me
who's
so
gonna win
mad.
now that I'm talking about that.
Hold on.
Who's the Villanova point guard right now? The little white guy.
He's got to be a senior.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah. No, you look at him
can't
and you're like,
remember
that
his
guy
name.
doesn't play basketball, and
I
then he
can't
just
remember his
wins
name.
every.
He won a title 3 years ago.
No, he didn't.
Or 4 years ago.
Gillespie.
Gillespie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's been there 4 years.
Has he?
I think he was a freshman when they won.
They
it.
won it with Chris Wright and
That was the
Archie
best-
Diacono.
like Jalen Brunson. Well,
That was the
Jalen
best
Brunson.
team of all time.
I think it
Jalen
was.
Brunson.
One of them.
Archie
Top
Diacono?
3.
Archie
Hands it
Diacono
off?
was the guy that
Hands
won
it off for the bucket game winner.
No,
the title
the
game?
next
The following year.
2 years later
They
when
went back
won.
to back, right?
I don't think they did. I thought there was a winner in between. But when they had
Miles
their whole
Bridges,
starting lineups
Bridges.
balling in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
Was it Miles Bridges or Mikal
Except
Bridges?
the guy that
Mikal Bridges,
Except the guy-
Mikal Bridges starting on the
Right.
Suns.
DiVincenzo?
Jalen Brunson starting
Sixth
on
guy.
the Mavs.
Yeah.
DiVincenzo starting on the Bucks.
He was their sixth man.
Pascal
Oh,
played-
Pascal was on that team.
plays for the Warriors, and then Omari Spellman plays for the Hawks right now. Their whole lineup's killing.
Word
it.
Archie
DiVincenzo
Diacono
was
did
their
that, dude.
sixth man. That fool came in and dropped 40 in the title game.
Yeah, he did. That was his best game of his life.
Oh, my Lord.
But anyway, back to
Archie Diacono.
Yeah, I got to bet on
Bill.
Villanova now.
okay,
Gillespie.
Gillespie's going
The
off.
head coach. Bet on head coaches.
No, or little white guys.
Yeah.
All right. So who was
Senior
that?
white
Oh,
parts.
who'd you?
We went on Duke.
Oh,
time, right?
Duke,
We went way
80-1.
off the rails. Duke 81. Who's your next one?
80-1, dude.
I got West Virginia.
Oh,
So
Dan. Shout out Dan.
Yeah, shout out Dan.
Dan Marco?
He's
That's
gonna
his
be
team?
pumped. Yeah.
Okay.
So as a 3 seed,
Mad at Dan right now, by the way.
so you can get West Virginia's 25-1 right now. They have them as a three seed. They've been up against good competition in the Big 12 all year. They have like the best bigs as a duo, 2 of the best bigs in the nation. So here's it. They have 5 losses. They have only lost 1 game by more than 5 points. And here's their losses. So they played number 1 Gonzaga, lost by 5. They played number 4 Texas, lost by 2. Number 12 Oklahoma, lost by 1 in double overtime. They lost to Florida, who's a 6 seed. They lost to them by 5. And then their one loss by more than that was to number 3 Kansas at the time by 13. That's their only losses. And they've beat like Texas Tech twice. Their game against Baylor got postponed, which sucks. But as a 3 seed and you can get them at 25-1, I like that.
They're supposed to play tonight, Baylor and West Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
They're good. My next one's Illinois.
Nice.
You
What are
got your
their-
boy
what's the odds?
Desuma. 18. So that's
Nice.
kind of
That's
still good. But they got Desumu. We already talked about him. Cockburn down low, and then they got Frazier and Desumu.
underrated. Yeah.
They have a big guy and a guard. Like
2 guard. Not
two guards.
Frazier's
Frazier.
underrated. He gets overlooked because Dosunmu's so good.
down low,
but
Dosunmu
Frazier's
takes those
legit.
Dosunmu,
And then they're playing the Big Ten, so they've gone up against big teams. They've played against high pressure defense like Maryland, even though they don't get the respect. They got Michigan, all those teams in the Big Ten. So
Big Ten's good.
Illinois. I mean, they're 5th in the nation now, and you're getting 18-1 on them.
Yeah,
that's
I mean, that's really good. Really good. That's what we're talking about. There's so many teams that can win it this year. I think Illinois 18-1 is not a bad bet, especially with that big guy in down low. So,
dude, and they have don't forget Curbelo, their 3rd guard.
Who's a
Remember
caster?
we were talking about him? What's the movie with Richmond, the basketball team, and they have what's the guy we were just talking about that with Pete? Teo Cruz or whatever.
Kyle Cruz with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
the head coach.
This
Coach
guy,
Carter.
Curbelo.
Coach Carter.
Coach
He looks
Carter,
just like him. That's
looks
him?
exactly like
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Teo Cruz,
And they have
baby.
him. Yeah.
Teo Cruz on Illinois. They might
Can't
win.
forget
Dude, they
him.
might win it. We should fire on that, dude. We've been hot.
Can we get Kansas too? Let's bet Kansas.
We should bet on all 6 of our picks. I'll put money on all 6 of them right now.
We should do. We need to do something. But
If you win the milk challenge, you're putting 50 on one team.
if I win the milk challenge, I'm going to put.
putting
We put all of them in a hat. You pull one out and put it on them.
Yeah.
I'll do 2 teams.
25
50 and
each.
50.
Random.
It's 50. Quit trying to knock off 25. We're doing 50 and 50 on
Trying
2
to get a
teams.
discount.
So let's trying to get a 5-finger discount like Mike Epps on All About the Benjamins.
Hey, baby.
Dwight.
24, 34, 46.
No, it's 15, 30, 36, 37, 45, 47. I just watched that the other day. It's on
Did you?
Netflix.
So good.
I watched Pineapple Express last
Reggie
night. Dude.
Wright?
I was dying.
Reggie Wright. I done caught that motherfucker like 3 times.
Oh, my
Whatever.
Lord. I watched Pineapple Express last night. I was dying.
Oh,
dude.
that's solid.
Oh, my Lord.
All right, early prediction. Who you got winning, though? Like, we got the value bets, but who's your heart? Not,
Don't
do we
say
go,
Duke
don't say
right
Duke.
now.
Who do you
Lose
have?
it.
Who do you have
Michigan.
winning as of right now?
Michigan.
I like it.
Dude, Franz Wagner?
Yeah.
Dude,
Michigan's
animal.
just-
He makes every
Michigan's
shot I've
just
seen.
He's going
all
to the NBA.
around.
He's 37
Michigan's
for
good.
37 in games I've watched.
Oh, my Lord. I like Michigan. I think they're the best team in the nation.
They're legit. I got to go Baylor. Usually I go some off-the-wall team trying to be crafty, but they'd always backfire. So I go Baylor. So, dude, they have Butler, Teague, Mitchell's by far the best 3-guard combo in the nation. And then they have Vital.
The manliest man of the college basketball tournament.
Vital?
Oh, yeah.
He's at least
brick
40.
wall.
6'7".
He's at least 40.
He's
320.
40. He's
with
40.
a
You can't
50-inch vertical.
convince me he has a real burst. He's 40.
Their whole team is just 40.
I feel like he played pro
He's
in
that
Europe
guy.
for 3 years.
He's
and
the
they
guy
came
on
over.
Benchwarmers that hands
Yes.
the birth certificate and says, I am 5.
That's
seen
their
the
whole
guy?
team is those guys. They're all like 25 years old. Just
He's not 25. He's 40.
yeah,
He's older than me. I guarantee it, dude. He probably graduated Corey Lucius.
yeah. Dude,
Yeah, he's a beast.
I got Baylor.
But also that's the one seed you don't trust the most because
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, they have, and it's not
They're
just
too
like
old.
everybody talks
Yeah,
about
he's
their
40.
defense,
He's
but
gonna
they
be-
have their 3-point shooting is out of control.
Jared Butler's nasty.
Yeah, all these guards are.
I'm going to Ohio State.
We all took a 1 seed.
This is kind of off the wall. I mean, it's not.
No, they're surprised.
we all
for
took a 1
sure.
seed. I mean,
I just love Washington. I got a man crush on him. I think might get a jersey before we
Probably
you
go.
like
we
him? Do
watched
you like
him.
him more? Do you like DJO?
He's only a
It's
junior.
He's a junior.
He's junior.
Probably because we've seen him. Like we saw
went
him
and
play.
watched him
So
in high
I've
school,
watched
yeah.
his whole since that game winner
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
kind of
Oh,
followed
he's
him and.
legit. He knows how to win.
He was kind of like Tyler. He reminds me of Tyler Dorsey a lot. Remember we watched him, and then he took his team to the Final Four. I think they played in the title game, right?
Brooks
They had a bunch of
and
teams.
the
but
big guy.
No,
went to
that
the
team
Warriors.
was deep.
And Liddell.
Dylan Brooks.
That
That
was a sick
Oregon
team.
team was nasty.
Yeah,
Who's the little white dude on Oregon that year? He's on the Celtics now, right?
No, that's Pritchard.
Pritchard. I think he was on the team, but he played a little bit.
He was on that team.
Yeah,
All right, March Madness, baby. I can't wait. Let's end this thing with. We're gonna do a Would You Rather episode next week, but I'm gonna end this podcast with one because I feel like it. All right, let's do this one. Would you rather have a sex scandal? Say you're a professional athlete.
Okay.
Would you rather have a sex scandal or a drug scandal?
Sex scandal every time.
Sex scandal.
Every time,
Yeah.
just based on history.
Based on the outcome, bro.
I mean,
You get a drug.
There's no, like,
scandal,
legal
you're,
ramifications
Yeah,
for
no,
sex
like you get a
scandal.
drug scandal. The NBA is suspending you instantly, or like the NFL is you're booted. You're suspended indefinitely.
whenever it's after your career or something like Clemens. Remember Clemens? They can't get in the Hall of Fame.
Those are all guys that are on steroids, though. That's not like you say like a drug scandal.
Like
Yeah,
heroin.
You know what I mean? No.
And that means your life is more. I feel like you're more
Yeah.
in shambles if you're on drugs than having
once
sex.
that
with
that breaks, everybody knows you're in shambles.
yeah.
Like there's no
also
coming
true.
back. Like you got to do a sex scandal.
I guess that's easy, right? I guess that's pretty easy. What
It's
if
like
it's like a
guys are on
Or if
drugs.
it's like a fat
Everybody's
chick?
like, but then like Tiger Woods,
dude,
the
it's
scandal with
irrelevant.
Tiger Woods, everybody like shamed him, but then secretly all the guys are like,
Do you remember when Tiger got caught? Like 24 hours later, there was like 15 voicemails released of girls calling Tiger Woods.
That's what I mean.
He survived that.
That's what I mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a sex scandal every time, dude.
And all the women were like, I'm so disappointed, and a lot of the guys were like, I kind of get it.
Yeah. I guess that's fair.
Tiger's wife didn't get it. She's out chasing him with a 9-iron, but
Well, yeah,
That's fair. You guys got any off the wall ones that you can think of right
no.
now?
Not a good one.
I'm looking at Derek Jeter, bro. He survived his whole career.
No, I'm talking about.
Have you seen that dude's baseball starting lineup
Yeah, it's wild.
of the girls he's dated?
Yeah,
And that guy, and he had herpes.
What do you
Come
mean?
on,
Derek
bro.
Jeter had herpes?
Yeah,
That's a fact, or
that's a real deal, bro.
how did you?
Keep
Is that
it under wraps.
was there a story on that?
Stop
Look
him.
it up. Google that.
No, I'm not going to Google that. I'm just asking if you're just
Dude's out there just
shaming Derek Jeter.
Dude's
right
out
now.
there just giving
You're
every
mad about
A-list
the
celebrity.
Greg Paulus thing and the Chris Paulus.
Greg Paulus, dude, was one of the greatest athletes of all time.
All right.
Dual sport athlete.
Next
he was
week-
a sick or high school quarterback, right? He's like
He was the number one.
Gatorade
He was
player of the
Gatorade
year.
player of the year in basketball and football at his high school. And he
All right.
chose basketball. And then when he was done with the basketball, he went back 5 years later and started at quarterback for Syracuse.
love that guy. You know, I wish there was another player like Jimmer. There hasn't been like
Remember
sick
Marshall
player
Henderson?
like-
So, dude,
That fool
I
cast
cool,
it.
but
That fool was a
yeah.
reckless.
Dude,
I thought
Jimmer
about
was
this the other
so
day.
fun to watch.
Is Jimmer overlooked for starting what Steph Curry is known for?
Steph Curry was before Jimmer, no?
No. They were all
Around
he
the
was
same
at
time.
Davidson. Jimmer was the guy he like you literally your head coach is like, when do I start guarding Jimmer? And it's like when he steps in the gym. And now Steph Curry is like literally reaps all the benefits of what Jimmer was.
But I just don't think Jimmer can do it in the NBA.
He couldn't.
You know, one
The
of the
Kings
reasons.
drafted him. He
One of
could've
the
played
reasons, not only defense, but one of the things Curry can do is get to the rack. So that opens up.
Curry,
his outside
Curry's
shot.
more athletic.
Jimmer
for sure.
can't go
Curry-
inside the 3-point line.
Absolutely. But I
yeah.
feel like Jimmer changed college basketball. Like this fool's pulling up from half court.
Oh yeah,
Buckets. You got to guard this fool when he steps in the gym.
yeah.
That's it.
He was my favorite player.
I feel like
all
Steph
time
gets
to watch.
all the credit, and Jimmer was doing it before.
Yeah, I think in college Jimmer was more
Dude,
impressive.
Jimmer time?
Yeah,
A
Steph
Jimmer
Curry
mania,
just
baby?
translated to the NBA and Jimmer
Translated
to China.
Yeah, Jimmer's gone now.
He scored 70
The other
last-
day,
the other
like a
day.
couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
did you watch the highlights?
I watched some of them.
Oh,
The
dude,
fool's just pulling
they're
up.
all from 30.
Just pulling up.
Yeah, didn't go inside. Not
There's zero
one
defense
2-pointer.
played in those games, though.
Yeah, I just set a pick for him and he shoots.
Like,
it
like I
30
feel
foot.
like once he has 30, somebody's like, if our base league team playing him,
Yeah.
we're picking him up at half court, right? Like, that's it.
Right.
people.
They never did.
There's
that fool
shit.
just coming across half court, pulling up.
Yeah.
No defense.
I don't want to play in
I
China.
feel like it's a highlight
I
show.
want to play in China. Let's go to China.
Yeah.
Get some shots up. All right, that's
I feel
it
like
for
I could
this.
score 10 a game.
10? I'm giving you. I'm
All
giving
right.
you
Jimmer's getting
20.
70?
You're
What's
getting
more,
20. You're getting
what's
20.
more likely, he getting 10 or me completing the milk challenge?
Stinson gets
I
20.
get 10 against that.
20. I'll give you
in a
20.
whole game if I got 30 minutes.
If you get
You
20
get 10
attempts, you get
points.
20.
Yeah, I get to. You can see he's shooting open shots.
Yeah.
Just go off a pick.
All right, I guess they have more confidence in Stetson getting 10 in
Stinson's-
China than
Stinson's
me
getting 20
complete the
before
milk
you
challenge
complete
next
the
week.
milk
And we'll
challenge.
fill you in next week. Next week, we're going to do a Would You Rather whole episode. We'll have all sorts of good stuff. I got what sport would you rather play naked? I got a bunch stored up for next
Golf's
week.
got to be number one.
No, I mean, there's a bunch of
gotta be
stuff
number
going
one.
on. That's a weird question, I know, but it's going to happen next week. So tune in next week. Couple weeks, we got NBA All-Star stuff, and then we got our full March Madness breakdown in a few weeks. So thanks for
Alex
tuning-
Caruso?
Alex Caruso,
Making the All-Star team?
top 10. We'll talk about that as well. And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in.